Hey, how's everybody doing at Latex Mask Central 3? Let's try this again. Anyway, I'm in the garage doing some messing around, and I'm working on another one of these zombies and this Jerry. This skull here should probably not look behind her, because it will be a girl. I'm working on another female mask. Not another Dream Girl or Scream Queen, but something sort of similar. Obviously, it's going to be a zombie of some sort. And that's actually what I was making this video about. I figured since we've replaced Latex Mask Central 2 with Latex Mask Central 3, that maybe I would make a video tonight and talk about what I'm up to. And as you can see, I am in sort of like the early stages on this skull. And what I've done here is I have broken, or not broken, cut this lower jaw loose from the mask, because the mask actually usually has the mouth closed. I've opened the jaw up, but when you do that, it's like, what are you going to fill the mouth with? So what I've done is I've taken an ED form, and I painted a bunch of latex with paper towels on the ED armature here. And then I glued, or not glued, but latexed the skull mask to this sort of mouth plug here, right? So that I'm filling this in. And you're like, well, the mouth is, still way too far out. It really should be here. But what I'll do is I'll use a tongue and some other stuff to kind of fill this out so that it's inconsequential. I've got a tongue here that I've already poured. Need to paint it up and all that good stuff. But what'll happen is this tongue will come in here and it'll fill up a good bit of this inner mouth. I still need to trim it up and figure out exactly how it's going to sit in there. And then I'll put some stuff in and around it just to kind of blend it in, because there'll be all kinds of other things going on, in and around this mouth opening, right? So there'll be, bits of latex like this. I have all kinds of shrapnel latex things over here that I'll end up turning into muscles and tendons that will stretch around in and around this mouth. And then I'm going to put a mask on top of this. I've actually already kind of painted her a little bit. I'll show you really quick. Don't blink. All right. That's what's going to go on top of this. And then... but I don't want to show it like in full, like for very long, because I have very special plans for this. This is a very specific color palette I have in mind, a very specific character I have in mind. I've already got a name for her, and so I don't want to give it away too soon. So anyway, yeah, so right now I've just got this kind of resting on this. You can see it's just resting on this ED head. And I'm working on all of this sort of stuff going on here. I'll glue in her teeth. I'll paint some gums in here. And to do that, what I'll do is I'll take some of my Gorilla Glue, this stuff right here, and I'll mix in some red flocking and some epoxy dyes, and I'll make like a gummed color. And then I'll just kind of paint all that stuff in, make sure those teeth are good and settled. And then once that happens, I'll take our friend over there and put her on top of this. And yeah, we should have a really cool character. Now, the thing that I wanted to talk about was I had an idea that this could be a complete fail. And that's okay, because that's what we do, right? Sometimes we try things that don't work out, but if you don't try, maybe you'll never know if it works. And I have a set of them right here, these eyeballs here. They're currently drying with some Gorilla Glue on top of them. As you can see, they're red, but if you really take a look, there's something going on in the center there, right? There's some depth going on. And what I've done with these is a while ago, I made these little bitty molds. Where are they? Let's see if I can find these molds. Oh, there they are. I made these little bitty molds from some eyeballs that I had laying around. Right here, these little plaster molds. Right? Some just little eyes. And then I went to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, and I bought some of these. These are those like little glass beads that you put in a vase, right? And I thought, man, this would be cool if you could figure out how to use this as a lens in an eye, particularly a zombie eye. If you wanted to, you could paint the backside, you know, with veins or whatever you wanted to do. But if I take this, drop it in that mold, it fills up pretty much like sort of 3/4 of that mold. And if I pour latex in and around it, it would embed this sort of lens, which would give us that kind of glass depth. And I think I'm onto something, particularly with this zombie that I'm working on now. I think this is going to be a really interesting eyeball, particularly, again, with the concept that I have going on. I don't want to give away too much just yet, but yeah, so I'm in the process of figuring all this out. Next will be obviously the teeth. Then I'll do the tongue, and I'll finish up these tendons. I'll put that top mask on. I'll glue that all together. Hair, blood, all of that good stuff. But I'm hoping this one comes out well, because this was an idea that literally came to me fully formed. A lot of times I'll sit down and just kind of meander around and find it. But this was something that I thought would be cool before I even started. So anyway, there are the eyeballs, if you can see them. See if I can get some light on them. Make them do something interesting there so you can actually see the depth. But yeah, there will be some depth in those eyes. Some dimensionality. I don't know what am I trying to say? There'll be some dimension to it. So anyway, I'm putting a layer of clear on it now, and I may come back and mix a little bit of white into some more of that Gorilla Glue and lighten up the celeras a little bit. Maybe. Not sure yet. But yeah, there you go. That's what I'm up to. Latex Mask Central 3. What are you doing tonight? Put it in the comments below. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Talk to you soon.